Welcome to the heart of Sooner Nation, Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. And if you aren't familiar with the saying, Boomer Sooner, you will be soonered up. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Oklahoma Sooners. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Sooners will put toe together and we'll get started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 35, he's open. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
Turns it on in midfield. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically exert yourself to start a football game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Getting some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. They'll give it to the back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Handoff from the gun. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. Those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He's got it on the move. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. First down here for the offense. The give. Shakes off the tackle. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
On the move, it's Achuk. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, and a guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Nice run there on first down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on, so they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Running to the left. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
And the Sooners are flying down the field. Run the gun. The running back has it. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. That's caught. It's Achuk. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
Really nice job threading the needle on that pass. They've had a lot of dudes that were able to do that in Norman, Oklahoma. Josh Heupel, Jason White, Sam Bradford, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, Jalen Hurts. The names go on and on and on. Hurting you in the passing game with their vision, with their accuracy. This guy, I tell you, he fits right in this Oklahoma offense.
It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Trying to get to him. Slips away. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely perfect.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
It's a really nice play there. The thing about this guy, he forces the defense to have to stay disciplined. You just can't take a play off. He reminds me of an old LSU quarterback that I used to play against, Herb Tyler. He was a guy that could hurt you throwing the ball, but he was also shifty and he could extend plays. We had a great defense at Florida, full of NFL dudes, but he just never let you feel comfortable because of his athleticism and his dynamic ability. This guy has a little bit of that too.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Gonna run it. It's Durham.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Buys a little time. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
And this one splits the uprights. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Final play of the quarter coming. Here's the handoff. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and we are done in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, LSU 10, Oklahoma 3.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. That's reeled in. It's Achuk. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Still running at the 40. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The tap. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Sooner.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. And the coverage team able to make the tackle.
And the LSU offense will take over 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Daniels. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Using his legs at Stirrup. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Nussmeier. He's got his man. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. The Tigers are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen, just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it means a lot to this offense, too, to have a guy like this that always just seems to fall forward. He always, in these short yardage situations, knows where that first...
Going for it all. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
Yeah, in this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve at some point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, it's Arnold. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, the inside give. Finds a crease at the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going with the ground game left. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Quarterback will keep it. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He was on target with his first kick, and this one ought to be easy from 20 yards away. It's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He's at the 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
I'll tell you, it's nice as a play caller when you know you don't have to call the perfect play. Even if it's not blocked properly, you know you've got guys like him who can make people miss.
And this whole offense gets energy from this guy because they love him, because he does that. He does the dirty work. Even if it's not blocked great, he'll make people miss, and he'll make huge plays for this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Motion from the offense. He's looking to throw it. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Now 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Durham. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Looking for a huge play. He caught it.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ground.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
This offense has a 2nd down play. To throw, it's Arnold. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Speeding down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. out onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to correct.
And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The toss to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Oklahoma.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would like to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He lets one fly deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anything. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Looking for a gap. It's Ochup. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different casts of characters. But one thing they always have, offensive success.
They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Arnold. Gets it out quickly. Pulled down for the tackle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might as well give it to him again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And finally, some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Maybe that stop is a good sign for this defense. Maybe the defense is starting to figure it out. Obviously, offense has been running the football with so much success. Something has to change. That was a good start.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. Got it! And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Moving toward the end zone. Ball out. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, the coach is going to absolutely give him an earful. You have to understand the situation in the game. I got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We're winning the football game. Ball security. I can't reach that thing. I got to cover it with 2 hands. Make sure I don't turn it over. What a big-time mistake.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Unloads to the wideout. Fires and picked off. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. He'll bring it out. It's Burks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. We'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll try it over the left side. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Ball spotted at the 21. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was able to pick up a few yards on the ground, and the clock has run out here in the third.
The end of the third quarter. With the score, LSU 31, Oklahoma 23.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Arnold. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. He's looking to throw. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Achuk. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, quarterback had nowhere to go with it deep down the field, so he found his back, just hoping he could maybe make something happen with it, but the defense rallied, made a nice tackle, setting up fourth down.
And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll try the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will. That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Throwing right. Calls it in. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and is going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, 4th quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Touchdown, LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Number 18 in the end zone.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 38, Oklahoma 23.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's nothing.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
We'll see if they can dig one up. It goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. Back to pass, it's Arnold. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now.
It's complete. A huge pickup. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. To the air on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Burks. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. The Sooners headed quickly to the line. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Defensively, the clock late in the game, when you're winning, it's your friend. You got to find a way to keep that thing ticking. When you rush the passer, keep that quarterback in the pocket. Make him beat you from in there. You're dropping back in coverage. You got more DBs on the field. You're just trying to let him throw the football, get him on the ground, let that clock tick.
Wants to throw on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion.
Get set.
To the air, it's Arnold. Got his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. The aerial assault continues. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish. And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Lacey. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Taking it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. A gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the 2-point conversion. The give. He barges his way into the end zone for the 2, and we are locked up here in the 4th. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Shows him the stiff arm. Tackle is made after the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's going to pass. Looking to buy time. And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Second down after that incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. It's complete on the right side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. You look like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They'll throw on third and short. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Six-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. The give is to Williams. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good! A moving kick to win the game! And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese? Making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week. These 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.